all the way from England right now, man. Calling from all the way from England. Brother, you there?
Yeah, I'm here with you, baby.
Touchdown, LAX, pull up on me. All red Rari, she from Eastside Bumpton. I told her, shawty, what's bragging? Fuck me in the day party at the mansion. Ooh, she a go-getter, I need more women. Party in a party if it ain't got a pole in it. Sit your bougie ass down, this ain't Ruth Chris. This Roscoe's Truck Kitchen on that roof shit. Oh, you ain't know it's still money over bitches, unless the money come with them. Shawty wanna kick it, one call to my driver, go get it. It's a party in the hills, come with me. Girl, I can make you a star. Rearrange, change who you are. Put you in diamonds and cars. Raindrop, hot box, give me head in the drop top. These bitches ain't got no shame about it. They out here fucking whoever poppin'. She don't want you, she just want your pockets. Come get your main bitch, she out of pocket. These bitches ain't got no shame about it. They out here fucking whoever poppin'. She don't want you, she just want your pockets. Come get your main bitch, she out of pocket. She out of pocket. Come get your main bitch, she out of pocket. She out of pocket. Come get your main bitch, she out of pocket. She out of pocket. Come get your main bitch, she out of pocket. She out of pocket. Come get your main bitch, she out of pocket. Why you mad cause I got a bag on me? Or you mad cause I fucked a couple of homies? Pocket full of money, I ain't never lonely. My time expensive, Audemars Rollie. Took a L, bounce back, I call it Sky Zone. I just got 2 traps from different time zones. International business, I never been a local. Cut the renegade shit and let the real one coach you. Time making money is time well spent. I swear to God, I was broke until I broke a bitch. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. You taught material value, I taught her common sense. Don't be acting catty with these other hoes. When they start asking questions, tell her to touch her nose. Or she should've chose. You can run with your renegade friends, but I heard them renegades broke. We can go from down south to the east coast, to the west coast. Baby girl, I'm in beast mode. I'm a genius, baby, it's my G code. I just spent the whole bag, I'm about to reload. Shawty wanna be a trap star. Choose me, you got a trap car, fly you out to Nassau. Might put you in a trap car. Might buy you a crib, paradise in your backyard. Shawty wanna be a trap star. Choose me, you got a trap car, fly you out to Nassau. Might put you in a trap car. Might buy you a crib, paradise in your backyard. These bitches ain't got no shame about it. They out here fucking whoever poppin'. She don't want you, she just want your pockets. Come get your main bitch, she out of pocket. These bitches ain't got no shame about it. They out here fucking whoever poppin'. She don't want you, she just want your pockets. Come get your main bitch, she out of pocket. She out of pocket. Come get your main bitch, she out of pocket. She out of pocket. Come get your main bitch, she out of pocket. She out of pocket. Come get your main bitch, she out of pocket. She out of pocket. Come get your main bitch, she out of pocket.
I got the hookup, baby. Show that holla at me. I got the hookup, baby. Show that holla at me. I got the hookup, baby. Show that holla at me. I got the hookup, baby. Show that holla at me.
I need you right now. I gotta have you, baby. I want you all the time. You know you drive me crazy. I can't see me without you. Without you, baby. Without you, baby.
I got the hookup, baby. Show that holla at me. I got the hookup, baby. Show that holla at me.
I can't see me without you, baby. Without you, baby.
I'm a street dude. I like a thug missus. I'm from the block, boo, but I need hugging kisses. My check costs 5-0. Don't fuck with 5-0. Just call the plug on the iPhone, bring 5 more. I fuck with bad bitches. She like savage niggas. Just left the project, got a match. We live in lavish, nigga. I got the hookup, boo. I only want you. We in the club drinking sugar skull. What it do?
I need you right now. I gotta have you, baby. I want you all the time. You know you drive me crazy. I can't see me without you, baby. Without you, I'll be down. I
for you, it's hard to explain to you. I do anything for you, I lose my life for you. Better I live for you, 10 M's in the year for you. Even in stormy days, they didn't do what I did for you. At California living now, money to the ceiling now. Yeah, I got the hookup, got them different kind of women now. But you always hold me down, I don't fuck with fake calls.
You got me in real life.
They watch me on cable. Whoa.
I need you right now. Right now. I gotta have you, baby. I want you all the time. You know you drive me crazy. I can't see me without you.
I got you,
baby. No, without you, baby. I need you right now. Show me how you do, baby. I want you all the time. Show me drive me crazy. I can't see me without you, baby. Without you, baby. No.
Yo, welcome to the Neo Money Podcast. It's your host with the most controversy, Star Cavalli, aka Machiavelli, aka Big Volley. He know me as Baby T, and I got my co-host,
Kill shot again.
and I got a special guest just kicked in the door, Willie Monroe Jr.
What it do?
What's poppin', bro?
Coolin', man. Chilling
Look,
out
man,
there.
look, hey, congratulations on the baby.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations on the knockouts.
Oh man, thank you. You know, we've been doing that since we was kids.
For real. Yo, you trained me. Like, listen, it's funny because people be trying to figure out, I'm small, but I got a little bit of bark because I got a little bit of bite. And they be like, yo, how is this little person so confident when it comes to fighting? You taught me how to fight, sir.
That's that Rochester thing, man. Like you can't come up out of that town without knowing how to fight a little bit.
Yeah,
You know
because
what I mean?
we grew up fighting every day.
Every
in
day,
Rochester.
everybody.
Every day, everybody, every block. Yo, shit, we done fought each other.
Yeah, I brought the gloves to practice a couple times, man. Yo, that's how you get better, you know?
Hey, look, I think we was in Queens. LaGuardia. Yo, who fell off the treadmill?
Yo, that was Lamar, I think. Yo, we done did some wild shit, yo. Yo, you know that was like really my first time being in New York City. Like I went up there for tournaments and stuff for fights. But when you go for fights and stuff, you go to the arena wherever home. Like that was the first time I got to like really experience New York. And I was just telling my wife, because when we was up there, and we was with you and your mom, and we was in Times Square, I had to be like 18. And I was like, yo, when I make money as a fighter, I'm my family back here, and I'm gonna take to that Toys R Us. Remember that Toys R Us?
Yo, my daughter took pictures in front of there. I think
was
I
like,
went back like a couple years later and did the same shit, bro.
Yo, I was like, after I fought a big fight, that same year I took my family there, man, and it was just, my daughter and my son. I got two more now. It's four of them now, but it was just them two at the time. I took them in there. I said, yo, I remember when I was 18, I said I was going to do this. I said, man, y'all go around this Toys R Us with your mom and get anything you want, man. They must have got about $2,000 worth of stuff.
Okay, that's not a bad ticket for Times Square, though.
Yeah, that name.
I mean, look, hey, you getting it now.
Hey,
look,
God is good, man.
Look, okay, so what would you say, what was your most challenging fight so far?
Probably the big one that I lost, the Triple G fight. That was my most challenging one, and it wasn't just a fight. It was probably more
right.
I just hadn't fought on a stage that big before with that many people, that much controversy around a fight.
But you was going through a lot, because wasn't you dealing with like racism issues and whatnot?
Oh no, that was in the UK when they was throwing beer at me.
I know there was a fight where it was just like
hectic
madness. Like, do you deal with that a lot? Like, because hip hop is different, and we from the hood, so we just beat niggas up and get over it. But like,
right.
When you got millions of people like that's considering you a op and they don't even know you, like, what does that feel like?
self-preservation gonna save you. You know what I mean? Like we all tough, but then at the same time, like I'm not stupid either. And on top of that, I had other people over there that I was responsible for. You know what I mean? So I couldn't come back home. You know what I mean? Trent was with me, and we just had to be more responsible than reckless, because, you know what I mean, when you in a spot like that, and then, like, they ain't gonna take your side, they ain't gonna take your story, and anything could happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it ain't gonna, 9 times out of 10, it ain't gonna play in your favor. You know,
you gotta take a role of leadership sometimes.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I did. I just sort of fell back, man, and took the back seat. You know what I mean? And then, but you know what? Stuff like that ends up turning into great things later. You know what I mean? Like,
hell yeah! Like, look, I was telling my shorty, Killshot, the other day. Like, I feel like anybody who drank water in Rochester might be like a little off, a little retarded. Like, real shit. Like, it's so hard being professional sometimes. Yeah. Not professional, but because I'm from Rochester, like, how hard, like, it got to take a lot to control, not let Rochester come out.
Yeah,
sometimes.
and that you know my grandparents, you know them like one-on-one.
Yeah.
I was raised by my grandparents, and my grandparents very, very disciplinarian, man. So my discipline and being able to control myself under certain situations is a lot stronger than your average person, because of what my grandfather put me through, and that saves you. You know what I mean? Because
and your family got a legacy because your pops. Yeah, my mom talks about your pops being a great fighter. Like, that's
just in the that's just in the blood. That's all that. I mean, even the girls in the family fight, man. Like, everybody fight. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, if your last name Monroe, you fight. Know how to fight one way or another.
For real. So, like, I gotta ask, because I like to manifest things even if they not in the works, but like, I need Willie the singer. Like, when are we coming with an album? Like, I'll produce, I got you whatever you need. Like, they don't know you're a fucking great singer. Well, first off, hold on, let's go way back
to the performance days.
How about dancing in front of the mirror at my house?
Oh man, that was too funny. Practice. But you know what though? That was dope. We used to like practicing at your house because you actually had a full body mirror that we could all rehearse in front of.
Facts. So, I had the choreography.
Because when we had to go like to the recreation centers and shit and practice, we had to like practice in like a big window or something, because there was no mirrors. Nobody could afford no mirrors, so that was fun.
And it's crazy because when we did our first show together, because like my music, the way it happened, it kind of just happened because I was a basketball player and just an asshole. And then I tore my MCL, and my dog Dungeon was like, yo, you should write a song. Like, the way your attitude set up, you should just, just write some shit down. And I wrote a song, and I spit it to a couple people. And, I was in the studio, and they was like, you got a show at Baden Street. And they like, you need dancers, and we're going to do auditions. And then we ran into y'all, and I was like, it's them, those guys right there. And then it went from that to fucking dancing every day in the fucking living room.
It's that whole thing that they call 6 degrees of separation, man. If you know a few people in the same industry, man, or in the same, know what I mean, the same vicinity, man, and you make those connections, man, you can make magic. We did a bunch of things.
We really did. Somebody sent me a picture. I can't remember which show it was, but I had Laura.
I was just about to say that to you.
It was you. You sent.
I sent that to you. Man, freaking I was looking at those pictures down at In Control before I left, because I moved to Florida. So
matter of fact, you know what's crazy? You know who was in that picture with us? Fucking John, and he was on a TV show not too long ago. Like, everybody who was in our circle went and made something of themselves. Like Lamar, I see he out in Atlanta doing his shit.
Yep, Trent in LA.
Oh yeah, I think I chopped it up with Trent. I didn't end up linking up with Trent, but I chopped it up with him out there.
Oh yeah, like, you be back and forth out there too, huh?
And his music is dope.
Oh
His
man,
music is dope. Trent got some shit, man.
Man, Trent fire with it.
But are you coming back?
Man, you gotta get Trent on the track, yo. I ain't sung in so long. I be singing with my kids.
I know you be look. I know you be singing with your kids, but Willie, you were the lead. I mean, please, boys, don't take this offensive, but I think this is what if we could be raw, because I say this is the most controversial podcast.
Right.
So realistically, the reason why we separated, if I just have to be honest, is because I saw that you had a light. And I'm like, this is the lead singer. And they was like, no, we're all equal. And y'all were brothers, and I can respect that.
Right.
But Willie, your voice, nigga, that shit don't turn off. That's a gift.
I ain't gonna lie to you, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not trying to push him off on you. Right. Trent done surpassed all of us vocally, man. Like, have you heard this out?
You know what? Trent studied more than we did.
Yeah, Trent was like...
He studied. I love Trent. That's my boy.
I think Trent really wants... See, with me, I was already fighting. And yo, remember that time I was about to go to the Marines? Remember that?
Yo, we got into... I'm like, really, bro? Like, what?
I really wanted to be a Marine, though. So... But, you know, I had so much...
You just wanted to do push-ups, bro.
Yo, I had us all working out. Yo, actually, keep it funky, though. Lamar went from, like, real chubby to, like, yo, he in shape
fucking chiseled. Now. I seen it. I was like, yo.
Yeah, he in shape now, man.
Yo, his transformation... Matter of fact, you know what's crazy? My memory is so good. I remember when Lamar first started posting about doing the 60 days of fitness, the insane workout.
Oh yeah. He was doing the insanity joint.
And when I saw him doing that shit and I saw him start transforming, I was like, oh shit. Like, yo, that shit was amazing how the fuck he did that. Like, I think you should come back at some point. Just think about it.
I might. I told Trent I wanted to do, because you know me, I'm a big like Usher, you know, like Genuine, like this. Like, I'm old school, but I'm a big Usher fan. So I told Trent, I said, you know what, man? I think like the top of the year, like around my birthday, because I'm still like, you know, we're still negotiating whether I'm gonna fight before the year is over. But if not, I told Trent around my birthday, I want him to get in the studio and help me with the backs. I want to cover like 3 Usher songs. And actually, because I was turning my garage as a gym, but I got the...
Listen, whenever y'all set up that session, I will fly into LA. I'm coming.
Yeah, I
want to be a part.
Like 3 Usher songs and do like a couple like dance and everything.
I was just about to say, I think the ladies just want to see the dancing part. Because you're a beast. Like, nigga, footwork.
I tell people all the time, man, that's how my footwork got good in boxing.
Hey,
man.
look, I'm gonna be controversial, because you know what? Now that you're a professional boxer, I could say some shit like this. I think you might give O a run for his money with the footwork. I'm just saying.
Maybe
Omari,
in the ring.
Yeah.
Maybe in the ring, not on the stage. That's like the dude I idolize when it comes to football.
I know, nigga. That's why I said it. And it's crazy. Like, yo, you remember when I kept telling everybody after the breakup, they gonna get back together. At some point, it's gonna happen. It might not be now, but it's gonna happen. It happened. It took 20 years, but it happened.
Yeah, man.
Like, they pulled it back together. Like, hey, you might need to you and the boys, just one project, Street Squad. Where everybody at?
Shit, we gotta find Lawrence.
Yo, my mom just asked me this.
Yeah.
This morning.
We gotta find
She
Lawrence.
was like, hey, what? She was like, it was 5 of them. I'm naming. She was like, but what about the other one?
Yo.
That nigga he always was ducked off though.
Nah, remember it was 5 of us, and then Carlos was like, yo, like, I don't want to do secular music anymore.
Right.
He ended up going to the army though, too.
Well, that's what's up.
Yeah, but like Lawrence, man, we gotta find. I think me and Lawrence got 4 kids. I think Lamar has 1 or 2, and Trent has 1.
I mean, well, listen, y'all were lady killers as teenagers, you know?
Yeah.
No disrespect to wifey.
Oh, man.
Listen, man, yo, it's crazy because, like, only in Rochester did people see, like, the pandemonium effect that we had. Like,
Man, that used to be
Yo,
wild.
people was going crazy over us as kids, and then like we changed directions. Like you became a boxer, I went more manager. Still kind of rock with the music, but more so behind the scenes. But like we were popular icons as teenagers. Like we had the city on lock. Like I was just telling somebody in a couple, like I think maybe next year is gonna be like my 20-year anniversary, like as Baby T, and I was like, yeah, I should go to Rochester and do a show, and if I do it, y'all gotta fucking come. If I do a Baby T 20-year show, I can't do it without Street Squad, so I'm sending that to all 5 of y'all.
Oh shit, then you're gonna have to get Trent to come from LA. Well, I'm pretty sure he'd do it.
Listen, I'm gonna make sure by that time there's a nice bag involved and we can do it properly. Like really, we should do it. What's the last big show? Was it the Lilac Festival?
I mean, it could. We did a bunch of big shows though, because we did a bunch of shit downtown. We did the convention center.
Yeah, man.
We did the Peace Fest. I remember.
You know what? I'm gonna speak it into existence. I think we are gonna do Blue Cross Arena. It would only be right.
I like that.
I think we should do it. Like I like, even if it's us and we got to put it together, a show. Like we can even do a fight, but we need to put one on for the hometown, because a lot of people don't know we from Rochester. They know we different.
And yo, that used to get me, because like people would hear our songs on the radio and then they would see us and be like, wait, y'all from here? Like, yeah, nigga.
Duh, nigga, we live here. We still in the hood. We right next door to y'all.
Trying to get out. But yo, you know what though? We all got out.
We did. And
we all got out.
Like, I be having to look at that sometimes, like even when like I'm not exactly where I want to be, because I think we are our own worst critics. I think you do the same thing. But like because I'm not where I want to be sometimes, I be forgetting like, yo, we made it out of Rochester, and like a lot of the people that came up with us are dead or in jail. Like they didn't make it. So like for us to make it past 30 and be from Rochester, that's a fucking award all by itself.
Right.
For real, because like
yo,
Rochester is a dark place.
I tell you something, T. I went back there not too long ago, man, and I was like, yo, like, you know, we should do something like that, because that place need like some people that have left to come back and like show love and show people that you can leave here and actually become something, man. Because a lot of people,
and that's what happened. I went out there like a couple months ago, and when I went through the city and I just was looking at it, I'm like, damn, like I want to come build a community center, something. Just, you know, like, matter of fact, just speaking of, you went to School of the Arts.
Mm-hmm. The whole group, we all graduated from school. So
yo, like school, I wanted to go to School of the Arts so bad. Yeah, but I never made it.
That was cool.
So many people, like, so many people from Rochester that people don't know about, like Tay Diggs.
Yeah.
What's her name? Tweet.
Tweet went to School of the Arts. Yeah.
Stevie J.
Mm-hmm. Stevie J was up the road in Buffalo.
Matter of fact, Genuine, Stevie J, Aaliyah, all of them was recording in Rochester.
Mm-hmm. I was just talking to a guy about that. Actually, I was just talking to my wife's, her mom's boyfriend, because he was big in the music scene, and I didn't know how big he was until he started talking about DECILLION Studios, and I was like, wait a minute, if you say DECILLION Studios,
yeah,
talking about, because nigga, that's what Genuine, Timberland, fucking Jodeci, Missy, all of them. So if he, and you know, that was right down on, it was like hidden down on Main.
Yeah, it was by the Foot Locker. You know, I know. Matter of fact, Q making the band.
Damn, what yeah, Q went to Soda with us. I went to middle school, and our families are pretty close. I went to middle school and high school with him. He made the band. I think the band just got back together, but I don't think Brian was with him.
It been a little shaky. I'm not sure, but it's funny because somebody was watching reruns the other day, and the episode came on where they was like all going against Q, and he Rochester snapped for a moment, And they didn't
seriously.
realize that quiet little Q was from Rochester. And he's like, nigga, I'll box with all of you niggas. Like,
Listen.
y'all don't know me.
You better leave them 585 niggas alone, man.
Yo, because we go from so nice. Because we was raised with education. So, you know, we speak eloquently. We sound like we got sense.
When niggas will flip that switch real quick.
Boy.
Yo, you know what's crazy is I forget, dude was on Drink Champs. He was a rapper. He was on Drink Champs. And he was like, yo, you know, like a lot of people don't realize that, like, you know, people talking about New York, New York City. He said, man, because he was talking about Griselda. Because, you know, Griselda, they from Buffalo.
Right.
And he was like, yo, man, Rochester. He's like, Rochester, Buffalo. He was like, man, there's so many unsolved murders and stuff up there, man. He was like,
we had a whole
like,
show,
yo,
Crime 360.
Man, I be trying to tell niggas, like, yo, we come from, like, if you make it out of Rochester, to make it out of that place, bro,
man,
you got to be special.
For real.
I mean, to make it out of that place, because, man, that place is different, man. Like, I got family there that I'm trying to talk to now. You know, I just became a licensed life insurance, agent, man. I'm trying
that's what's up.
I'm trying to get people covered there, man, because I'm like, yo, like, these are the things that we weren't taught in the hood, you know, coming where we come from, and, you know, being from the street, somebody say life insurance.
Financial literacy and like, yo, it's so crazy you say that because you know my mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know my mom, she from the hood.
Right.
Now she done pulled it together a little bit, but like lately, you know, we be going through little things, and I'm saying things like, yo, I think we should go to therapy, and it's a response of like, I don't need no therapy, but I know that come from that Rochester mentality because we had to be tough. Like,
yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
You couldn't cry, like you couldn't take a moment to cry. Like if somebody see you in the corner crying, you might get your head blown off. No exaggeration.
Exactly.
So like, I just wanted like I was thinking about starting like a therapy, you know, like free therapy. And taking it to the town, just somewhere where they could come and talk to somebody, a safe space. You know, like that's something that we didn't have, and Rochester needs it. Like the things we saw as kids are traumatizing. Like,
man, yeah, listen,
we've seen people get shot. We've seen
right
people get beat up, and it's regular to us.
Yo, right before my first professional fight in 2008, my car got shot at. Hey,
yo,
ask Lawrence. I was dropping Lawrence off. Funny enough, talking about Lawrence, I was dropping Lawrence off from rehearsal right there on Lennox and Genesee. You know Jenny.
That's funny because I got a story around that same area.
Lawrence got out the car right there on Jenny. You know, he lived on Lennox. And next thing I know, my car started getting hit. Yo, I was like, yo, this is wild, bro.
Yo, so look, I think I was like 17 going on 18. This was like, you know, right before I left to Florida. But I was being grown and shit. I was hanging out with my little friends.
Right.
And somebody bought us some liquor and shit. So we drinking, we vibing. We in front of the liquor store, and it was a crackhead, a little white crackhead lady. She was on the phone, and then she turned around and started yelling, "Fuck us!" And you know how Rochester is, so we just start getting ignorant. We getting ready to fight the crackhead, but a car pull up.
That's funny. We getting ready to fight the crackhead. That's funny.
Yo, so a car pull up, and the guy inside of the driver's seat is screaming, "Call the police! Call the police!" Now, our dumbass thinking he talking about us because we being a little ignorant. But he's like screaming, and the way he's like, that scream, it's a certain scream when somebody hurting that bad that it's piercing.
Right.
And it's going to catch your attention. And we ran up to the car, and when I ran up to the car, I guess the dude in the passenger seat got shot. And when he opened the door, he fell into my lap. Bro, I had this man's blood running through my pants. I didn't even know this man. I didn't even know him. And
what people don't realize is that shit is kind of normal for Rochester.
Exactly. So I got up, left because I'm young, I'm underage, I'm drinking, and we don't talk to police. That's what we talk.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be here when the police get here, nigga. Right. We'll call them and call the ambulance, but I gotta go. So I just left and I moved on with my life. But like, as a 33-year-old adult, you look back on shit like that, it's traumatizing.
Yeah.
And anybody in our family, you try to talk to them about something like that, and they like, okay, nigga, it's just a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like, what's the problem?
Right.
But you say it to somebody from another city, and they're like, oh my God, that's
crazy.
traumatic. I can't believe you went through that.
I think you need therapy. Therapy?
What?
You don't be around no cops. How about that?
Yo, so like, do you have a fight coming up? Is there anybody? I mean, this is the most controversial podcast. Is there anybody you want to challenge to fight on this podcast?
I've been quiet about fighting. About
whoever it is, I'm behind you.
The only name I really want, it's a couple names that I wanted, but I think the only name I really want is Canelo. And I'll tell you the story behind the Canelo thing. Because I like Canelo. Like, I watch all this nigga for his fights. Like, I like him. He's a fucking star. But, and this takes us back to being from Rochester, that real Rochester.
That snap.
I was, they called me on a 3.5 week notice, Golden Boy. When Canelo was with Golden Boy, they called me on a 3.5 week notice and asked me to fight Gabriel Rosado in a 12-round title fight on HBO pay-per-view. Now, we all know to get ready for a 12-round world title fight,
that's going to take a little time.
6 to 8 week, a 6 week camp for a title fight is short. You talking let's put it like this. When Canelo fought Triple G, they knew they were going to fight each other 4 months before they fought. All of this negotiating.
Right.
These niggas called me on a 3-week notice to fight Gabriel Rosado for a 12-round title fight on HBO. And their thoughts were, hey, we call him on 3-week notice. He ain't going to be ready. Rosado will win. Little did they know, I'm always ready. So
we from Rochester, New York. We East Side babies. What? We ready to fight every day.
So these niggas done hit me. And the money was good, but then they hit me with a second contract and was like, all right, you guys are the co-feature. So Canelo versus Liam Smith was the main event. Me and Gabe Rosado was the co-main event. They said the winner out of you and Gabriel Rosado will get the Canelo fight. And they sent me a second contract. We signed that, in which right now I'm kind of cool that it didn't happen because right now it's worth a lot more money than 1.2. You feel what I'm saying?
Thanks.
So we were supposed to fight. Their whole idea was to get me to fight Rosado. Obviously, their thing was Rosado's gonna win, and then we can make a fight between Rosado and Canelo because both of them were signed to Golden Boy. So you know how that go in music and in boxing. If I own both artists or both fighters, I lose no money.
Facts.
So they wanted Gabriel Rosado and Canelo to fight, and it made sense because Canelo's Mexican. Gabe Rosado's Puerto Rican. The biggest rivalry in boxing is Mexico versus Puerto Rico.
That's facts. Because I remember, actually, you took me to a fight at the Puerto Rican festival in Rochester once.
Just went down, and there was an amateur fight. There wasn't even a pro fight.
And listen, I remember one fight where it lasted literally like maybe 10 seconds. He came in and hit dude with a body blow, and he just buckled. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, man. Boys went hard in them amateur shows. But the reason why I want the Canelo shit is because it's like, all right, pay me what you owe. Like, y'all niggas put me in a compromising position, in a no-win position, and I won. Like, now just, like do me the solid and pay me what you owe. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
let's do it the right way.
Exactly. Like, you niggas, like, if it wasn't for that, I'd be like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, all right, well, if Canelo don't want to fight me, or, you know what I mean? That's what it is. But it's like, you niggas put me out there in front of everybody. Like, yeah, if he wins, he'll get the Canelo, like, laughing at me about it. And I fucking won.
Right.
And not only did I win, though, it wasn't close. Like, in the way I beat Rosado, like, Rosado's like one of them brawl-out fighters. So even when Rosado loses, it's a bang-out fight. Like, this nigga got blood all over the place. Yo, I boxed Rosado so easily. Like, his face was bloody. I cut him up. I don't know how the back of his head got cut. His face was swole up. But I left the ring looking like no one touched me.
Basically, you put them paws on him and you kept it pretty.
Exactly. So they were like, yo, like, nah, we're not about to let him fight Canelo. And I'm like, and for 4 years, I've been looking for that fight. That was 5 years. That was 2016. That was 2016, and I was so the only name that I could say I'm really calling for that I really want is that, because it's just like, come on, man, like y'all niggas put me in a no-win position and I won. Like, honor that. You know, like that's some G shit. You know what I mean? That's only G's, only a real gangster going through some shit like that. Step up on a 3-week notice. That's 21 days to prepare for a 12-round fight.
Look, hold on. Look, I got you, right? So let me tell you about Rochester snapping. Okay, so I had stopped rapping, right? And I just got back into it.
Right.
I went to like a little showcase and I was doing my thing, and like I bumped into this artist that you know, he was dope to me, kind of like with us, like, yo, right. You got a light, let's rock. Bro showed his ass. I cut him off peacefully. I leave, I go to Miami. Bro starts dissing me on music.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bold. So I diss him back. I come back to his town, shoot the video on the Hornets court because they said I could never come back. Completely violate, no response. Then he does a battle with another guy and he's dissing me in the battle again. So he won't respond to the like, he's throwing shots, but he don't want to battle me. Like, I've challenged him to battle. He don't want to battle, but he wants to be called the best battle rapper in Charlotte. You can't be the best battle rapper in Charlotte if I want to battle you and you're scared. That's number one.
Exactly.
And you took a shot at me first. I responded and bust your ass, and now you running. So he dissed me again just recently. So now I'm getting to the point where, like, yo, I feel like this is disrespectful.
Right. So
I tell bro, I said, look, man, I'll sign waivers. I'll do whatever, bro. Get in the boxing ring. If you don't want to battle, then box me. But we got to do something because you're not going to keep being disrespectful to me.
Oh, you really trying to put hands on this nigga.
This nigga go box some.
You must be got this nigga.
Do you know how upsetting that is? So then before him, now that's just a little situation. Because with him, it be like little rap shit going on, but I'm from Rochester. So it be like, y'all want to keep it rap after y'all say some street shit. And once you trigger me by throwing out threats and making it seem like some street shit, and then when I get on the street shit with you, then it's let's just be rappers.
Yeah, you can't
so right before you came, it's been me going to war with them. And then it's like that situation was so similar because right before then I had an altercation. This is the most controversial podcast, so I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Right.
Because when I first thought of you, matter of fact, I tagged you a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And I'm like, look, man, I need you to train me. Because I went through this same situation with fucking Marcus Polk, Miles from Moesha.
Word.
He been being disrespectful, talking shit, but then I say let's box and he ducking the fade. I want a celebrity boxing match. And at this point, like they have pushed me to the point where I will box anybody. I just want to box and I want you to train me.
Oh, you real Rochester. No, I just want to fucking knock somebody's head on right now.
Like I've been telling my daughter for like the last couple weeks, because like it's just been Instagram shots and like I'm trying to be mature, but I'm still from Rochester. But now I'm just to the point where I'm like, I want to fight. You know what? I got to bring my boxer buddy, best friend from my town. Man, listen, we need a celebrity boxing match. I want to fight.
You gotta get that cracking, T.
Like for real, like I want them to understand how serious I am when I say, like, because they don't want to fade me. Like they don't want to fade. So I'm like, yo, that's fine. We can keep it mature. But if y'all are gonna keep disrespecting me, at least one of you rap niggas, and I prefer that it's a male. And Marcus Polk, Marcus Polk to me was perfect because he was just in headlines for beating up his girlfriend. So you can't say you don't fight girls.
I'm on the phone.
You feel me? Hi, baby.
Yep.
See, look, we all around with it. all around with it. So look, like I'm like, how can guys beat up girls and then talk crazy to a girl, and then when a girl wants to fight, they don't fight girls? But I'm like, okay, well, if you don't want to fight me because you don't want to look like you fight girls, if we box, if I sign a waiver, if they say I act like I'm a man, which you know me, I've never dressed different.
Right.
When you met me when I was 15, I dressed exactly the same. My wardrobe never had anything to do with my sexuality.
Right.
I'm an athlete.
I was about to say, you always had on like hooping shorts and shit, like, and not only that, nigga, you gotta be functional in Rochester. Some shit might go down. You might have to get low real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you feel me? So
can't get low in no hills, man.
A lot of the people in the entertainment business, when they see how I dress, they don't know, like, most of the girls in Rochester dress like this, and we're prettier than most of the girls in the world. I think Rochester got some of the prettiest women in the world. We just a little off.
Just a little off. Yo.
But for real, like, we have some beautiful, like, Rochester created like beautiful people. Yeah. Like, we got some beautiful people. We just crazy. Like, so,
you know what, man, it's so many great things that come out of Rochester that people don't know about, man. You know, like, what about the fact that Kodak is based out of Rochester? You know what
exactly.
I mean? Like, the dude that created film, that created pictures, period, Howard Eastman. Like, that nigga house is right down on East Ave in Rochester.
And who was Thomas Jefferson? Wasn't it? It's a lot of things that came out of Rochester.
You got Clara Barton's from there, man. You know, Frederick Douglass is buried there. Big part Rochester.
That's who I was thinking about, Frederick Douglass.
Frederick Douglass, Susan B. Anthony. Rochester was a huge space. I don't want to say space, but like outlet for the Underground Railroad. Like, Rochester was like, the Mount Hope Cemetery is one of the most prestigious cemeteries in the world.
And that's where my grandmother's buried at.
Yeah, like in the world though, not like in America, like in the world, because of who's buried there. Like, right. I just explained to my kids because like, we live in Florida now, right?
Right.
And we're in Tampa, and you know, it's Buck Nation over here. You know what I mean? So
right.
And we're from Rochester, but Malcolm Irving Glazier, you remember Buckingham Properties? He owned 80% of Rochester. Like, that dude, Malcolm Irving Glazier's from Rochester. This dude his net worth was $4.4 billion. We saw his he got his monument over there. His monument, because I don't know if you remember this, but some years ago, him and his wife passed away in like a plane accident. They own their own plane, and I guess when they were coming to their summer home, their winter home here in Florida, and I guess when you get too high in elevation, I guess people pass out.
Oh, so yeah.
Elevation on their plane, they passed out, and the plane was found somewhere in the water near Jamaica, I think.
Oh wow, but that's crazy.
That man is from I mean, that shit made national news. It was like on CNN and everything. But that dude is from Rochester. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we got some great side of Rochester, for real. Like
Wegmans. Come on now.
Wegmans. Oh yeah, Wegmans. Yeah.
You know?
Wegmans for sure. Oh, Nick Tahoe's. Yeah, Rochester. We got some low key. We really are a hidden gem. Like, shout out to Rochester, New York, man.
How long has it been since you've been back, T?
I was just there like last year, but before that, probably like 5 years. Like, I do it in like 5-year increments, and I got a 3-4 day max.
I was about to say, once you leave there, it ain't like you just go back and have all this fun. You go back.
Well, no, when I went back this time, it was actually uncomfortable, because now that I done been on TV and shit, like, when I went back this time, like, my family members was being like extra overprotective, and they're like, "Why are you here? Yep, why are you here? Why did you come here?" And I'm like, "Nigga, I came to see y'all." They like, "We don't want to see you that bad. Get out of here."
Yo, like, they're not lying though, man. Because Cass.
Yeah. Oh no, it's gotten bad.
This is why I've been trying to get so many people, and my wife has got a lot of people in Rochester covered. You know what I mean? I've been trying to get other people to get on, man, because they flipping Cass left and right up here. Like, I read some article where they said Rochester surpassed the number of murders in Chicago like back in fucking August.
Yeah.
I'm like, we not even.
Well, listen, Rochester was the murder capital, and then it became Baltimore, and then it became Chicago. So before Chicago and Baltimore, Rochester was the murder capital for a long time.
And and the thing is now, like these young kids, man, like they like, I feel bad.
No respect, no morals, no integrity.
And it's like they out here just doing stupid stuff. And I'm just like, man, y'all flipping niggas for a few coins, man. Y'all could have just went and got a job.
For real, like, it's so sad. And it's like, now that I'm getting older, like, it's crazy because I don't really feel like I have the right to, like, look down upon or anything like that, because I was in the streets, you feel me? Like, I did a lot of dumb shit, so, but at the same time, I'm looking at these cats and I'm like, man, like, that's not how you do it. Like, that's not.
And we all did growing up. Nobody, listen, ain't nobody squeaky clean. But then at the end of the day, these young kids should definitely take advice from someone like us who's been there and done it. And especially from someone like us who's been there and done it and then found out, nah, this ain't it. And we went a different way.
And that's why I started the podcast, because, like, I've always done music and, like, I kind of just outgrew music at this point in my life. But now that I'm looking at these kids and, like, I see they don't really have any leaders. They don't really have anybody to game them up or listen to. Not anybody that they could see the proof was in the lifestyle with them. That's why I was like, yo, I started this podcast, Queen of Hearts podcast. Healing is gangster. Like, I want to talk about vulnerable topics. Like, I want to talk about shit that people are scared to talk about. Like, I tell every guest that I have, like, don't come on here trying to be professional. Like, I want you to come and tell these people what they need to hear, because we spend so much time trying to have a clean image or look good. And because we do that, we not teaching these kids. So they really they have no guidance. They see our lifestyle, it looks good, but they don't know the work that goes into it. Like a fight.
Right. Absolutely.
They don't know y'all train for weeks and weeks. Like, it's funny, I was laughing with my girl the other day because we was doing the grown up and shit. And then I was like, and then I was dealing with the arguing rappers. And I'm like, damn, bro, you just took my soul. If I wanted to box with one of these niggas, I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow. And we laughing, and she like, yo, why would you say that? And I'm like, yo, when you box, like, if you got a fight coming, I'm not sure. I saw it in a movie, but I'm sure you probably know, like, but you're not supposed to have sex before a fight because it takes your energy or some shit like that. Is that true, or?
Well, it could. It's more of a mind thing more than anything.
Okay.
They say sex takes your legs. And the thing is back in the day, sex did take your legs, because back in the day you had to, like, get up, go to the club, you were out all night.
Yeah, facts.
So that was the part that ruined your legs. But it's the mental thing behind it, and that's your spiritual force, your driving force. And you can
sacred energy exchange. Look,
exactly. And if you
look,
take that
I'm in tune. Look, I got my chakras aligned. I bet.
So you with me? That's where it comes from.
I'm here. I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm quiet, but I am awake. Trust me, bro.
That's
I know.
Energy,
like,
if it's directed, direction can be powerful. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a difference. Like,
yeah, man. That's
we gotta start enlightening our people, because, like, the reason why so many of us are behind is really just a lack of information.
Yeah.
And, like, that's why I want to do the podcast, because, like, if they can hear us talk, when they can hear us conversate, like, you've done great things in life, I've done great things in life. They don't get to hear two celebrities that actually grew up around each other, went separate ways, and come back together, and they don't get to see that no more. Like, back in our day, we got to see the intimacy in the entertainment business and the relationships, and Murder Inc. and Bad Boy and the groups, and we was a group, Young Stars, Street Squad. Like, it's not really group efforts anymore. Like, it's everybody for themselves, and so like I just feel like it's good for them to see this and to give out.
What people don't realize, man, is that group efforts are actually more powerful than being alone.
Yes.
Like, you know, I'm a big reader, you know what I mean? And I read this book, you know, speaking of like sacred energy and all that, I read this book called Outwitting the Devil.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, togetherness is everything, man. You know, like even in religious texts, you could take it to the Bible, the Quran, or you know, you could go as far as talking about like Chinese dynasties. Like one thing they believed in, like, you know, like in the Bible, it says, you know, I mean, not that I'm like a hard Bible thumper, but I just believe in this truth.
Right, right, truth. Yes, thank you.
Where two or more are gathered, touching and agreeing on the same thing. You know, God said He would be there, or what in that book they call it the infinite intelligence of the universe. So infinite means it has no limits. It's beyond anything. The only thing infinite is God, and infinite intelligence is God. So when if you open up the storehouse of infinite intelligence, the way you open that up is by two or more people touching and agreeing on the same thing. So togetherness is what's needed anyway.
Facts. Yo, it's crazy. Like I used to listen to, well, I still do, but I used to listen to Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, and one of my favorite episodes is about the tigers and the lions. Like the tiger is more fierce than the lion, but the lion will always be the king because it has a pride, it has a pack. Yep. You feel me? So like, listen, man, I'm so glad you came. I am so glad you came.
I'm glad you had me. Thank you.
Listen, hey, welcome to the Queen of Hearts podcast. You already know you are welcome to come back anytime you want.
Thanks a lot, man. Give Mama Love my best, man.
You already know. Anytime you want to come back, I got you. And we gonna end this out with I want a box.
and listen, you in Florida, right?
Well, I can be in Florida. I can be anywhere you want me to be, but I want a box. Look, I'm on Rochester. Listen, I'm on Rochester time.
All right. So
I want a box. Listen,
I live in the Orlando area. You know what I mean? Me and you will talk off record, just me and you, but we'll get it squared up so we get some sessions in, man.
Yeah, like we gonna get some sessions in, and I'm trying to get one of these cowards to step up so we can do it. But if they do, we gonna put this thing together because I want a box.
Gonna happen.
I love you, brother. Thank you again for coming. Tell everybody where to find you on social media, what to look forward to, and we're gonna get up out of here.
You can find me on social media with my name, Willie Monroe Jr. or Willie Mongoose. Everybody knows a Mongoose. Everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, even MySpace.
Hello, right? Oh, I need to remake my MySpace. I love you, brother. It's the Queen of Hearts podcast. It's your host of the most, Star Cavalli, aka Mac Cavalli, and we signing out with my boy
Willie Mongoose Monroe Jr. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Hello, love you, bro.
Love you too.
100.
Peace.
I got the hookup, baby. Shorty holla at me. I got the hookup, baby. Shorty holla at me. I got the hookup, baby. Shorty holla at me. I got the hookup, baby. Shorty holla at me. I need you right now. I gotta have you, baby. I want you all the time. You know you drive me crazy. I can't see me without you. Without you, baby. Without you, baby. I got the hookup, baby. Shorty holla at me. I got the hookup, baby. Shorty holla at me. I can't see me without you, baby. Without you, baby.
I'm a street dude. I like a thug missus. I'm from the block, boo, but I need hugging kisses. My check costs 5-0. Don't fuck with 5-0. Just call the plug on the iPhone. Bring 5 more. I fuck with bad bitches. She like savage niggas. Just left the project. just got a mansion. We living in lavish, nigga. I got the hooker, boo. I only want you. We in the club drinking sugar skull. What it do?
I need you right now. I gotta hey baby. I want you all the time. You know you drive me crazy. I can't see me without you, baby. Without you, I'll be down. You know. I need you right now. Show me how to baby. I got you all the time. Show me how to baby. I can't see me without you, baby. Without you, baby.
These feelings I have for you, it's hard to explain to you. I do anything for you. I lose my life for you. Better I live for you. 10 M's in the year for you. Even in stormy days, they didn't do what I did for you. At California living now, money to the ceiling now. Yeah, I got the hookup, got them different kind of women now. But you always hold me down. I don't fuck with fake calls.
You got me in real life.
They watch me on cable. Whoa.
I need you right now. I gotta hey baby. I want you all the time. You know you drive me crazy. I can't see me without you.
I got you,
baby. No, without you, baby. I need you right now.
Show me how to do it.
I got you all the time. Show me drive me crazy. I can't see me without you, baby. Without you, baby. No.
Block me, you unblock me, you block me, you unblock. What are you gonna do? I know we're gonna do it. Why you keep leaving me when every time you leave you keep coming right back? Toxic, you toxic. Hey, why you keep leaving me when every time you leave you keep coming right back? You toxic. Why you keep accusing me of cheating when you know that you be cheating right back? Toxic, toxic. Toxic, you toxic. All we do is break up and make up. I said, all we do is break up and make up. Soon as I fuck, she gon' be right back. I said, as soon as we know, we like go best friend. Go best friend. Soon as I fuck, she gon' be right back. I said as soon as we know, we like go best friend. That's my best friend. But if you wanna leave, you can go right back. You wanna leave, you can go. If you wanna leave, you can go right back. Hey, why you keep leaving me when every time you leave, you keep coming right back? You toxic. Why you keep accusing me of cheating when you know that you be cheating right back? You toxic. 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 You toxic. Toxic. You block me. You unblock me. You block me. You unblock. What are you gonna do? Why you keep leaving me when every time you leave you keep coming right back? Toxic. You toxic.